Hi there, and welcome to the Clear Skin Essentials, and I'm your host, Natasha St. Michael, and thank you so much for joining me. So today we've got some super exciting news that I'm going to announce at the end of the video. And right now what I want to talk about is 3 foods you must take out of your diet to get rid of tiny little bumps on your forehead. So many of you already know that a few months ago I made a video showing a facial cleansing technique to get rid of those tiny little raised bumps on the forehead. And many of you got great results from this, okay? Just from washing your face in a different way, in a special way, you were able to totally clear up those tiny little bumps on the forehead. But there are some of you that you started doing the cleansing technique, you started seeing results, but it didn't completely clear up. And there's also some of you that it didn't help at all. And first of all, if you haven't seen that video, I'm going to put a link below to that video so you can watch it. But today what I want to talk about is 3 foods that you have to take out of your diet to also get rid of those bumps. Okay, and this is for those of you that have been kind of trying everything and you're like, why do I have that bumpy texture on my forehead? And the reason why, first of all, you have that bumpy texture is pretty much your body is producing too much oil or sebum, and what's happening is that the oil is coming through your skin, but it's getting trapped. And so I have a special facial cleansing technique that makes sure that you're sloughing off the dead skin cells every day so that nothing's getting trapped and that oil can come through. But for some of you, it's also about dealing with the root cause of what's making your body overproduce that oil. And there's 3 foods that I've seen over the years being a health coach and working with so many people with their diet to clear up their skin, is that there's 3 foods that always stand out as like the culprits of the bumpy forehead problem. So I want to talk about those and what you need to do today to start getting rid of that bumpy forehead. So the first food you must take out of your diet is dairy products. All milk products, okay? Every last drop. It's very, very important. And dairy products include milk, cream, ice cream, yogurt, cream cheese, sour cream, condensed milk or canned milk, milk syrups, coffee creamer, every form of milk, whether it's powdered, liquid, or cheese form, or a dessert form like ice cream or something, frozen yogurt, all of that needs to be eliminated from your diet. And a lot of times people say, yeah, I take out the dairy. And then we talk a little bit more and they're like, yeah, I still put a little bit of milk in my coffee or tea. No, you got to take it all out. Every last drop, in order for your skin to clear up. And there's 2 reasons for it. The first reason is that milk is kind of like a liquid hormone, right? It contains growth hormones and naturally occurring hormones for the baby animal to grow, right? And that can be interfering with your own hormones. And it doesn't matter if the milk you're drinking or the dairy product is organic or raw or any of that, it doesn't matter. Milk contains naturally occurring hormones. It's not something added to the milk, nothing. It's naturally occurring. It's that, and it's also that majority of milk products, I would say with the exception of cheese, it's also high in glycemic, so it's high in carbohydrates, it's high in lactose. And for some people, they have an allergy to the lactose, or for a lot of people with acne, is that they have a sensitivity to that carbohydrate load or those sugars that is causing a spike in blood sugar, which in turn is causing you to overproduce oil and sebum, and that's what's clogging up your pores. So just get rid of the dairy, cut it out of your diet today. The second thing you need to cut out is all sugars and all sweeteners, and that includes like all syrups and all foods that contain sugars or sweeteners of any form, okay? And it can be natural or it can be like processed sugars. It doesn't matter. All sugar needs to be cut out of your diet. So that includes like white sugar and brown sugar and raw sugar cane, and it also includes high fructose corn syrup or any other kind of processed syrup or liquid sweetener. And also too is honey, agave nectar, maple syrup, brown rice syrup or malt syrup, like all of those, any kind of sweetener needs to be taken out of your diet, and that includes the foods made with the sweetener. Okay, so that includes like soda, it includes coffee, cakes, it includes cookies, it includes chips, like you name it. Look at the ingredients to make sure there's no high fructose corn syrup and that there's no sugar added to it, or there's no agave nectar or honey as well. A lot of times people think, oh, if it's from the health food store and it's a dessert, it's okay. Not for those raised bumps on your forehead. You really need to just get rid of all added sugar from your diet, whether it's processed or even natural. Okay, and you can still eat fruit. A lot of times people ask me, well, what about fruit? Should I be cutting out like bananas and stuff? And my response to that is always first asking the person, are you still eating chocolate? Are you still drinking wine or alcohol? And a lot of times the answer is yeah. And I'm like, well, if you're still having chocolate or cakes or muffins and all that stuff, or drinking alcohol, which also just converts into sugar, you don't even need to worry about the fruit. Have your fruit. It's probably not affecting your skin like those things are. And it's the only time I would say anyone needs to be more mindful with the fruit is if, let's say, they've been on like a raw food diet for many months and their acne is only getting worse and worse. Then I would say, okay, if you cut out all the healthy sweeteners and all the processed sweeteners and you're still having a lot of issues all these months and it's only getting worse, then I would say, yeah, you need to start reducing the portions of fruit or start cutting back on the high glycemic fruits, like tropical fruits like mangoes and papaya and pineapple and things like that. But really for the average person, just taking out foods that contain high fructose corn syrup and taking out the white sugar and the sweet treats and all of that, that itself is good enough. Okay, and then the third thing to take out is coffee. Okay, and I know this is just like, oh, for a lot of people it's like I can't do it. I have to say that that's a huge thing that is causing those bumps on your forehead. And for some of you, if you ever get bumps on your chest or on your shoulders, that could be also what's causing it. And I used to get this because for many years coffee used to be my favorite thing, and my forehead was covered in bumps and my whole body had bumps, and I was drinking a lot of coffee, and then when I get off the coffee, everything would just clear up. And over the years there's been times where I've gone back to like drinking a little bit of coffee again, and it would come back within like a few days or a week. I'd start getting that rough bumpy texture all over my forehead and on my shoulders, my arms, everywhere. And it would take a while. Like I'd have to get off the coffee and it would take a good, I would say, 2 to 4 weeks for my skin to start clearing up, but it would always clear up, and I always knew it's the coffee, gotta stay away from it. And so I strongly recommend, if you got bumps all over your forehead, get rid of coffee as well. Okay, so 3 things: dairy products, coffee, and all sweeteners. Simple. Okay, don't think about it, don't get stressed about it, just do it. Just think about having clear skin, much better skin. You'll see like your skin will glow just by taking these 3 things out of your diet. All right, so I'm also going to put the video below of also the special cleansing technique for cleansing your face that also helps to just slough off the dead skin cells and also just help to either get rid of or reduce the bumpy forehead. Really helps a lot. And I find if you do the diet changes with this special facial cleansing technique, you'll have super smooth skin, definitely. All right, so, and just to let you know as well, for those of you that haven't taken my free Acne Solutions 5-day email course, I do have an email course that goes through some awesome diet and lifestyle and skincare tips to get rid of breakouts and blemishes and adult acne. And you just have to go to my website at theclearskinessentials.com and you can sign up for it there because it's also super fabulous. And lastly, I've got a big announcement to mention. It's a personal announcement, but I am pregnant. I mentioned this in my newsletter. I haven't done any like big announcement of this, but I'm pregnant with our second child, and I'd say about 17 weeks pregnant. So I'm a little bit over 4 months already. It's been going well, the pregnancy. I haven't been sick like my first pregnancy, which is great, but a little bit on the tired side, but I think my energy will start coming back now. So I just wanted to mention that I'm due April 21st, so that's very exciting. And yeah, so I'm just wishing everyone a fabulous day, and please do these diet changes and let me know how it affects those bumps on your forehead. Plus also read today's blog post at theclearSkinEssentials.com, because I've also written out all these 3 things you got to take out of your diet, plus some tips with that as well. So I'll put a link to today's blog post that accompanies this video. All right, have a great day. See you soon. Bye.